star from last night, but also now, is Yuan Miao. Miao, I think is probably a right spelling, is embodiment of Divine Mother, a dearly beloved teacher, healer, friend, mother, or sister. Just like her name, the source of infinite water. Yuan Miao emanates the infinite love from the source of life to embrace, encourage, and support everyone who comes into her energy circle, together moving forward, hand in hand. So with that, I'd like to welcome
Well, for me today is a big deal because my English very limited, but I do my best. He's Jin Lianhua, one of my students. Chinese means the golden lotus. She's yoga teacher, teaching yoga of joy. Her name is Liao Liao, means
well done every moment.
So the yoga practitioner, they have a yoga name. It means you can always mention yourself, you know, right? Being yoga practice. So you tell something about yourself a little bit. Yeah.
So I have a little more English words. I was born here. I was born in the States. And I got certified in classical yoga therapy and did my studies in India and had a classical yoga mandiram there. And I also did practice and got a certificate in forest yoga for those of you who are familiar with Anna Forrest. So that's what my yoga background. I also studied Taoist yoga as well. And then, but somewhere along the line, very early on, I actually came upon Miao, teacher Miao. It was after being on a journey in Tibet, Nepal, and India on a pilgrimage on my own. It was a solo journey. And when I came back is when I met her. And the moment I met her, actually, I've been in her field ever since. And that was around the end of 2002. So.
You, Liao Liao, say a little word.
Yeah, my English is also very limited. I also try my best. I was born and grew up in China. After my undergraduation, I went to Indonesia, stayed there for 7 years. Then I came to the US, studied at USC, studied MBA. I was supposed to be a businesswoman actually after the graduation, but somehow I end up to become a yoga of joy teacher and traveling everywhere together with Miao to spread the teachings. But looking back from my, I'm very smart at numbers and calculate the return rate. So looking back, I'm still thinking I have done the best investment for my life by following teacher Miao to spread the teachings everywhere. Thank you.
You also learned in school, right?
Oh, I forgot to mention, which is a real shame, as I'm a Bruin, so this is my alma mater to be here, but I studied communication studies. So somewhere there's still a thread. I'm not as dramatic as Liao Liao's shifts, but this is my undergrad home.
I'm so sorry to say, I don't have that kind of famous university to let me study. So my study journey was learning by my grandma. Yeah, everybody has grandma. Let's put here grandma. Yeah, I'm so lucky to have a grandma who is a Tibetan Dakini. Maybe the word of Dakini is a little bit stranger for you. Dakini in Tibetan means some female being enlightened, like enlightened woman. They call Dakini, and her father was a Tibetan highest, like a Rinpoche. Rinpoche means like a highest guru, lama, and he was Terma Rinpoche. What's Terma mean? Terma means been through very deep meditation. He can talk anything, like material from the space, like something like a miracle, but not superstitious, something there. Okay, so my grandma is his daughter. His father was that kind of Rinpoche. We call Terma Rinpoche. So grandma learned the lineage from her family, and grandma passing to me. That's my study journey. So my school, my teacher, the most for me it's very valuable. So my grandma gave me person to person since I was born by grandma's hands. So I learned many ancient great knowledge from grandma. That's my study journey. So let's talk about why we are here to share with you about this big subject about how can overcome the fear of death being through yoga practice. We will say how can being fearless by practice yoga of joy. Okay, this is because we deliver yoga of joy and the joy of wisdom since the last 20 years. In 2001, we start to teach people in West and the East, Asia, China, Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, many countries, already 20 years. Where's this yoga of joy come from? Everybody know the yoga come from Indian guru, right? But Indian and Tibetan all belong for Himalayan lineage. We call Himalayan culture, or say the hidden treasure in Himalayan. How do we take to find the hidden treasure from Himalayan, being through Indian, being through Tibetan, being through Nepal, but all come from same source, Himalayan. We call Himalayan knowledge. So yoga of joy come from Himalayan knowledge, but been through Tibetan way. Tibetan way. So for myself, because I have this kind of special gift by my guru, which is my grandma. Since I was little, she teach me so many. That time, back to 50年代, 50th century, was very weird, sounds like a very weird way, very superstitious way. But little by little, you feel it's really helpful. I know somebody laughs. It was my English okay? Yeah. Can you give me a clap? Thank you. You're so kindness. Thank you. Very empowerment me. Okay. So when I was little, my father's side was Chinese, and my father's side somebody they are like a working in the government. They are very materialistic, and very communism. Right? She also my English. Yeah, communism. So many things my grandma told me. My father feels something wrong, really wrong. For example, since I was 7, my grandma took me into the graveyard to passing the whole process, to watching how people buried with the dirt, okay? So watching all details. She took me seeing that kind of, in China they say the bad luck thing, very bad luck, very heavy, very dark something. But grandma said, be brave. You have to see it. This is a part of life. Since I was 7. So when I grow up, somehow I think by divine blessing, by grandma's lineage blessing, I got a very good work. I went to become the movie producer, and work in the very big company, making good money, suddenly become very famous in China. I don't know why. Just I think some kind of blessing come from grandma's very ancient teaching. Some blessing there, like a hidden treasure. So when I grow up, suddenly so many good things come to me. I'm not to working so hard, but something very easily come to me, become very, very abundance, famous. Everything's so easy. I feel, wow, that's good, you know? Yeah, that's good. I start feel, oh, I'm somebody, okay? I'm the ego start growing. And 1985 for me was the most valuable and important day for me. Something happened. 1989, the Lonely calendar, July 15 in the full moon. That night, you don't believe it or you believe. Okay, that was reality. The light globe came to me. Okay, in my book, the book called Phoenix Rising,
On the Wings of Phoenix Rising.
on the wing of Phoenix Rising, I wrote the whole detail. That time I was so energetically to searching so many desire, feel so I'm somebody. That time the light globes came to me. I don't want to say too many detail because we have limited time, right? So that time make me awake. I say, wow, this world has so many. The other thing I don't know. There's so many high dimension thing I didn't know. I only know the three dimension with the human desire, human need. I know, but I don't know the high dimension. What's there? That's making me stopped to searching, to working hard with the human desire, human many, that stop to looking for, to the universe, to the inner life. And very good thing for me, slow down, okay? But the other thing, same time that happened, I grow in my spiritual ego. I feel, wow, this is so miracle. Divine give me this. That time I remember some kind of newspaper reporter, 采访, in interview, they make some photo, because the globe come to broken some of the wall, some neighbors, they talk some story. So I remember, that's it, wow, why me? And that night, grandma showing her Dharma face gave me very, very profound teaching. But at the same time, I feel my spiritual ego growing. I think, oh, wow, I'm so unique of divine. I must be some big body. You know what? Why I have this kind of experience? When I talk to others, nobody believe it. They say you must be like mental sick. You're illusion. You created a story. Nobody believe me. But myself, I feel, wow. I say, wow. I feel I'm really somebody. Why? The miracle, the phenomena came to me. So spiritual ego. No more human ego, but spiritual ego. So I was like every day I was in the cloud, not down to earth, in the cloud, from materialistic to idealistic. Before it was so material, so human desire, and suddenly becomes idealistic. Is that the word? Idealistic. See everything not real. See everything something on the cloud, not down earth. And after a few years, that kind of situation being, day by day, month by year, I feel, wow, it's not a balance. The human life and the spiritual practice is not a balance. But suddenly one thing happened. What? So my only daughter found that she got leukemia. When she got leukemia, doctor said, this is too late. Also that time in China, the medical not that kind of good enough. So since she found she got leukemia to her pass away only 5 months. She passed away in my arm. So that time suddenly something destroyed inside of my world. I said, what? Even the light global cannot protect my daughter. Even the light global, so what? No power, no use, just a game, just illusion, just some big liar, divine lie me. Suddenly my whole belief, my whole foundation of my faith destroyed, totally destroyed. I was being the endless hole. And what? Angry, fear, and disappointment. Like see everything like see enemy, like seeing the enemy surrounding me. Okay, so I think I'm going to sue them. Sue what? Sue divine. I say, how can I sue them? Divine must have the judge. 法庭吧. Divine has the court, has a lawyer. Okay, I have to sue them. But how can I sue them? I have physical. They don't have physical. They are formless. They have no physical form. I have physical. I say, first, I have to finish my physical form. I become formless with I have spirit. My spirit go to the divine court. I'm going to sue them. I'm going to find the killer. Because before it was so idealistic, everything comes from divine. But if you got some kind of challenge, you lose something, everything also divine. That's the wrong idea. So after this, I've been suicidal journey. I found so many ways to finish my life. So many ways. I take the pill, the sleeping pill, and they give me wrong pill. They give me vitamin C. So something means, yes, so many. One time I went to the Taoism place called Qingdao, the Taoism place nearby ocean. Because I like a clean. Even I die, so I died with clean. I don't want that with dirty. And that close beauty. That's a place beautiful, island, good air, many plants, and ocean. I say that's a good way to finish my life. So I went to Qingdao. Some friend with me before the boat went to the island. We were walking in the Taoism area, temple, the little street. Suddenly there has a crazy Taoism, 道士怎么讲? Tao master from far away come to here. Everybody standing and say, oh, he's here. Because that's called he's very famous about his knowledge, but he always disappeared. Nobody can find him. Like some kind of harbin. He come, appearing, and then he gone. Nobody know where he live. But very famous. People come to that area just found, oh, if I'm lucky, I can see him. That kind of guy. He walking from that small street to our team. He was dressed like you see the crazy yogi? Dressed terrible, the head is broken, and his face, I still remember, is the kind of like a scar. With the Cultural Revolution, somebody hurting him, somebody hurt him, a big scar, dark face, the eye so like a eagle eye, like this sharp eye. He just walked to our team and standing by me say, hey, you have disaster with water. He told to my friend, say, hey, don't let her go to the water. And then he gone. Made me angry. I planned my idea to do the beautiful thing, okay? But he just appearing in front of, stopped this idea. That moment made me so angry. Okay, and another story, in my book I wrote some very detailed. I don't want to spend your time too much. So, and try again. Eventually, I went to the area called Pinyin, which is placed nearby Confucian hometown nearby. But there is a small mountain. The mountain top has a church, which is a Catholic church. So the last thing I did try is I went to that place, the Yellow River nearby the mountain. There's a little mountain. The top of the mountain has a church built by Austrian father 100 years ago. So the last try about that place. Before I went to that place, I had a dream. I dreamed a very, very lovely tenderness, a woman. She was so peaceful and so loving and so it was just like a very, very mother, that kind of stranger woman appearing in my dream. And somebody said, you know what? She also lost her son, but she still has fulfilled love. She has fulfilled belief and courage, something like this. I said, what's this strange woman come to my dream? I don't know her. But I know Guan Yin, I know Taras from my tradition, right? Tibetan tradition. Green Tara, Guan Yin, Bodhisattva. I don't know the stranger woman with stranger face, but very peaceful, very, very tender. And next day, one of my friends said, oh, let's go to the Long Mountain. Let's go have to see the view. But she didn't have any belief. She don't have any belief. Just say there's beautiful view, can see the Yellow River. And we walk to the hill of the mountain. There are many stairs. We walk to the stair. There's a 14 suffering story about Jesus. They put the Jesus story in the 石碑怎么讲 rock. Yeah, I'm walking, I see this. At that time, I don't know anything about the Western religion. I don't know Christian, I don't know, I had very ignorant, I don't know, I only know my own lineage. I walk from the hill to the top. When I go to the church, I open the door, I saw the image of Mother Mary. I feel something make me suddenly very peaceful. I'm sitting there after hour, oh, my heart still be clear from the very commotion, very confused, a little bit clear. The emotion put down. I think at least like 4 hours and 5 hours sitting there until very dark. My friend said, I have to go back, too late. So 4-5 hours, stay there. I remember the dream last night. Some voice told me she also lost her son, but she still keep the fulfilled love, fulfilled belief inside of her heart. I communicate the dream and the image. I start thinking about myself. I think, why? You already had the vow, Bodhisattva vow. Grandma told you, teach you how to make a Bodhisattva vow. But you lost your daughter, you cannot go through. You don't let him go. So many anger. I just think of myself. Layers, and crying. That's a very beginning from from the ashes. I was burned. From the ashes, start weakening, rebirth. That's the very beginning. So after that, I've been very deep meditation to think about life, to think about the meaning of life, to think why people can have birth and can die. What's the reality of the die? I think of where my daughter went to. After a couple of years, my grandma also passed away. They are all my beloved. They are I'm leaving just because of them, my daughter, grandma. They all gone. I say, where are they now? So to talk to me, being very deep meditate. I read some book like Tibetan, the Death of Tibetan.
Book of the Dead.
Yeah, Tibetan of Death. Learning and now remember all grandma told me when she was alive. So that word before just like, oh, grandma tell me some kind of funny word, some story, some word, but suddenly become alive, become my breathing, part of my breathing, part of my, let's see, my motivation, or say, passion, something. And I don't know if you believe or don't believe. And in the 1999, you like a number, right? November 11, the night. So Guan Yin is a great goddess of Eastern world, not only Tibet, all East Asia world, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, Singapore, all they believe, all worship of Guan Yin. So that night, Guan Yin appearing by her Dharma body, not a Dharma body. She said, now is time, leave everything behind of you, go to West. This message already heard from grandma since I was little, let's say 7, 8 years something. Grandma said, oh, you're not attachment this land. You will go to West. You're going traveling the whole world. But that time for me, just like an idea. I really don't really believe it. Also, I have no idea, no desire to go anywhere. But in China, I have such good life. I don't need to go anywhere. But that night, Guan Yin Dharma body appearing said, now is the right time. Leave everything behind of you. Go to West. 我要写的是 Guru Yoga， 这是这个现象，phenomena we say when you practice Guru Yoga, you will in the important time the Guru will appearing in front of you, tell you the reality. So after the message, also I wrote very detailed story in the book. Okay, in the beginning I feel so confused. What I'm going to do? I don't know English. Okay, now my identity is still movie director, producer. What I'm to do? Go to Hollywood to make some Guan Yin movie? I'm really confused. To tell you, I'm not that smart. That time I say, well, what I'm going to do? But just very simple. Don't tell you. So just do it. Go it. I said, what I'm going to do? And being some kind of like a deep, I don't want to say dream, some kind of like a half dream, but you can read, you can listen the message, more message. The voice said, you're going to build called a New Century Foundation to guide people, to help people go to the new earth, to build a New Century Foundation, to share with your lineage, to teach the people, go to build a new age, go to the future, something, I don't know how to say English. The book, right, the very detailed message. So that's when I came to America, okay, suddenly from famous director, producer to America, no one know me, no English, no anything there, just myself. But that moment, that few months for me is the most heavenly time. You know what? No any attachment, no any relationship. You don't have to dealing with any relation. Only you by yourself with breathing, with your inner deity, Guru Yoga. And so you know the word called Shakti, right? But in Tibetan we call Dumu. That means when the high energy go through your body, you're opening your all kind of meridian, your potential, your blah 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 something. So I everyday practice Dumu, or say Kundalini Shakti, something Indian word, right? What's the Dumu practice function? That means I can deeply receive the Dharma lineage from my ancestor. The Dharma has 3 different kind of Dharma. One kind of terma is the material. Like everybody knows the Indian master Sayang Baba. He can talk anything from space, called the material terma. The thing you can hold, you can touch, you can see. That's called the material terma scale. Another terma is words. Words, including mantra, secret mantra. This is one form of terma. Other kind of terma we call the consciousness terma. It means you take something from the hidden treasure, but appearing with consciousness. So during that time, in a small place, very alone by yourself, I 整理怎么讲？整理 organize the terma, the consciousness terma into yoga of joy, into wisdom of joy. It's clear, right? That's very important. This is what I was telling you. Why, where's it come from? Where's the yoga of joy come from? Where's the wisdom of the wisdom of joy come from? It's all come from my personal practice, my personal up, down, heaven, hell, like this. So burning and rebirth, burning again, rebirth, burning, like this. So come from myself. So thank you. So this is yoga of joy come from, and the wisdom of joy come from. After then, I went to Malibu doing deep retreat 5 years. I know there are some friends we know already from Malibu. We stay there, the high mountain, 5 years. Deep, more deep, like a retreat. And by the affinity, little by little, I first come to PRS, come to a different place, invited by people to teach yoga of joy, to share with the wisdom of joy, the knowledge. So this is where's the thing come from. It's clear? So I want to spend a couple, 3 minutes, say something about what happened with the teaching in East. Later we can.
Okay. Like Miao just mentioned, she started the teachings from the U.S. in Los Angeles, exactly here. And around...
No, 2 o'clock. So, sorry, the watch is stopped.
2 o'clock.
I want to see the watch.
Okay.
3 o'clock,
Yeah,
3
give
o'clock
me-
because of daylight savings.
Oh, that's why, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, she started to bring these teachings back to China, to Asian countries in about 2007. When she went back to China to start to teach the teachings, nobody knows her. Nobody knows about the teachings. Same as when she came to the U.S. But starting from there, she taught one by one. Even one student came to her, she taught. From there, nowadays, and because starting from 2007, and the teachings has spread quickly in last few years, and because more and more people get benefit by simply practicing these teachings. The teachings is very simple, very simple. But when you're persistent to practice it, you benefit. You can see it by yourself. So many people see the benefit. They start to, follow. But the teacher Miao, she is a traveling speaker. So she went to everywhere to teach. When we say that they're more and more demanding for the teachings in Asian countries, back in 2014, we started to do the Yoga of Joy teacher training. Yoga of Joy teacher training, so that when teacher Miao was not there, they can teach locally. They can bring the teachings to more people and practice regularly. And now we already have around 200 certified Yoga of Joy teachers in China, in Singapore, Malaysia, and also some other Asian countries. Taiwan, yes, they are teaching. They work together to have about more than 50 practice centers, and they are leading the people locally to practice the teachings regularly. And recently, just because we were receiving more and more feedbacks about how people get self-recovering, self-healing by practice it. We get so many cases which I cannot mention today because of time limitation. And because of that, our vision is to build a university called Phoenix Rising University in China. And the mission is to train more Yoga of Joy teachers to become a center for people who can come to rest their physical, their body, their mind, and their spirit. And we perceive that this vision should be fulfilled in very near future, because now we are in the process of being granted by the government of a piece of land in a very secret site. So once that is completed, we're going to set up Phoenix Rising University in China.
Maybe she talks so much. Now we have 50 centers in Asia, 50 centers in China, in Asia, including Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore. So why I ask her to say this means a little inspired from one seed, one little tiny seed, by one person's overcome their sadness, overcome their confused, overcome their own personal suffering. They can help. I'm just a little, very small seed. So if everybody has become little, what we call body seed, no matter what you're doing, go teaching different kind of knowledge, but you can help people. Yeah. So I'm going to 70. I'm going to 70. I think I still have a long time. I'm very positive. I don't think I'm not old. I still feel I'm energetic. I can do more to help the people, help the world. So now let's see something about how, because Jin Tianhua, she's practiced so many traditions. I want to ask her, say something very true, something about how different Yoga for Joy than other yogas.
So a lot of you are familiar with yoga in the West, and one of the most important things with this lineage for Yoga of Joy is the fact that there's a living master who's had the direct experiences, and the practices have come out of her direct experience when she talked about the awakening with the light globes and what she actually experienced. There's many, many postures that came out at this time of her awakening, and then the Yoga of Joy became a synthesis. It's like distillation, taking from something that's very broad and wide and distilling it down to the essence. So in modern times, people don't have time, right? That's the common thing we hear is, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough time to practice. But it became synthesized down to this essence so that people could practice. And it's not based on time. It's based on our connection and our ability to these other worlds that she talks about, and our capacities are so much bigger. I mean, many of you are in the medical field. You know this. You know we only exercise maybe 5% of our brain capacity, or these things that so many of you are in this field. You know these things, that there's so much more potential for all human beings. So it's very important in yoga practice. I mean, oftentimes you'll see teachers, they're learning from books, or they're learning from just like one, not even a generational practice. It's been so diluted. But this is more from oral tradition, direct from people who had the direct experience and then pass it on. It's about you have to embody and be able to transmit what is the transformation that's happened in you. And that's very different than what we experience in the West. You guys all know this. I don't need to harp on that. That there you can practice very superficially, or there's diving deep. And so this is more of a deep dive of what the true essence of yoga is. Even in Hatha Yoga, there's a whole essence, Raja Yoga, there's all this that we don't get to experience so much here because that's not really what's been propagated. So that's a very important difference. And another thing is this practice is about unifying our body, speech, and mind as one. And we can talk about it theoretically. It's a different thing when it actually happens. So this is about truly having the experience, not outside. It's not something that we just speak about and give lip service to, but as a real lived experience, because that's what we know humanity needs right now, is to truly expand and tap into our real original potential. So, and beyond that, we are working with also the blood and chi meridians and actually balancing and harmonizing all the meridian system. And I think Teacher Miao will probably talk a little more in depth about that in a moment. So that's important that we have things like dragon breathing or Vajra breathing. And it's similar to Ujjayi breathing, those of you who are familiar with Ujjayi breathing in Hatha Yoga. But it's also not just audio. It is actually energetic, and you actually feel what's happening in your chakra system and your meridian system. It's not just making a loud sound, which is the way a lot of we hear it in the West. So those are some important differences, and they're critical ones. It's critical to have that lineage difference. It makes all the difference in the world.
Even I'm not really understanding what he's saying. I think he's right. Okay, now talk about why, how. Okay, I want to see. I don't know so many about other yoga form. I believe they're all good. They're all good, different people, different age, different affinity, right? They're all good. But I want to say something about yoga of joy. Yoga of joy. Why many people been through yoga of joy, they're getting healed, including cancer, including some sick. Even the doctors say we already done our best, but we cannot do more. They getting healed. So why? I'm thinking, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I don't know how can I say that kind of word. But I'm thinking, because the yoga of joy, we are very pay attention to the 3 meridian. We yoga of joy. We say in our human body, we all have the central channel, not the central China, central channel. So today, let's together. We dressed, okay? Let's say we're together. We are the central channel. There are 3 parts of central channel. So this part we call Qi Meridian. Qi Meridian. Also, the name called like a dragon wind. Qi Meridian. Qi Meridian, the color is white. 透明怎么说? Translucent. Yeah. So she representative the Qi Meridian. So what is Qi Meridian? The function of Qi Meridian?
The Chi Meridian is where it's basically one of the things that's very important is for human consciousness. Chi Meridian is associated with the human consciousness, and is also where our duality consciousness lives. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit for you what the Chi Meridian can be like. Okay? We're all familiar with this.
When the Qi Meridian, when a human got something so success, what their Qi Meridian works. Oh, you feel so good. You're breathing comfortable. Your face is red, shining. You're so shining. Yes, I got big money. It's shining. So Qi Meridian in charge with this kind. When the person, the human got some kind of, let's say, obstacle, let's say illness, or emotional getting hurt. They talk the way weak. So we are so weak. I cannot breathing. I don't feel good. I cannot sleep. So the Qi Meridian in charge with the human concept duality. They always have some kind of judgment, right, wrong, black, white, good, bad. This is Qi Meridian education by this way. So, let's see. Yeah, Qi Meridian carry the human consciousness, duality consciousness. This is in the central channel, this part. When you're doing deep meditation, sometimes you say, oh, I see white light. I feel so bright. That means your Qi Meridian being active. Make you feel strong. Many Kundalini practice, especially for Qi Meridian, many practitioners feel, wow, strong, because Qi Meridian getting strong. So this part in the red, we call blood meridian. So what's your carry on?
Blood meridian governs blood. It associates with liquid into our body. Yeah.
Water, 70% water side, yeah.
Yeah. It associates with our subconsciousness. So what's the
subconsciousness? Blood meridian.
So what's the use of subconsciousness? Subconsciousness collect and stores, like treasure box. In the treasure box, the subconsciousness does not collect things, but collect experience and lessons, lessons that we have learned lifetime after lifetime. Not just ours, but also ancestors. So the subconsciousness is like a huge treasure box. It has a lot of knowledge. It's a wise person, it's a knowledgeable person, it knows you everything through lifetime.
So when the Qi Meridian getting weak, why Qi Meridian getting weak? Because the human consciousness always like a bus, bossy. This is a bus. Okay, so your busway, bus, judgment, everything, okay, yeah, great knowledge, but the Qi Meridian, very bossy, okay, and the Qi Meridian easy got upside, up, down, but so busy. Qi Meridian very busy, working hard worker. So sometimes when they're working too much, we did not give the space to listen the message, listen the voice come from subconsciousness. Sooner or later, the Qi Meridian getting weak. A Qi Meridian getting weak, the cells weak. The 免疫力怎么说？immune system. They communicate all cells, all immune system, all kind of and getting sick. Or got some kind of seriously issue. So this is Qi Meridian, blood meridian. Anything else?
Blood meridian and the subconsciousness actually always trying to communicate with the human subconscious, trying to remind the human consciousness which is the best to do, because the subconsciousness contains so much experience
many
and
ancestors,
lessons.
the wise ancestors hidden in the Qi blood meridian. They have voice.
Yeah, they also give us their blessings through lifetime. So the subconsciousness always trying to communicate with the human conscious to tell her, see, this is the best way. Come on. This is the best way.
Qi Meridian so ego. Qi Meridian, the concept duality is very ego. They say, oh, I don't know what, I'm a double PhD. Okay, I wrote 10 books. Okay, I don't listen to you. I listen to my own. But so, they don't listen. They're busy. They don't listen. So now, this blue is essence meridian. Essence we call divine consciousness, super consciousness. This is 3 meridian together, we call central channel. What is the 这个 super consciousness, the essence meridian carry carry on? Oh no, okay, carry. Yeah. Carry what? Everybody know. More higher, more ultimate, 究竟的 ultimate, something much bigger.
It's the source of everything, like Miao's
Seeing
name.
something far, see the reality, the far. See the truth. See the high dimension. Like a mother, like a father. Everything there. They hold. But this is the essence of meridian is blue. That's why the Indian tradition you can Shiva, the image with Shiva is blue. Right? The Krishna, the image of Krishna is blue. In Tibet, medicine Buddha is blue. Also, when you do meditate, you go to any kind of tradition, yoga, if they tell you the truth, they say, it's a blue pearl, called blue jade, blue pearl. Where's blue? Why blue? Also, in the European culture, they believe the royal family they are blue blood, right? They are blue blood. Why blue? It's something like an idea. No, but the ancestor must say something, must know something. They said the blue is the most precious. So it carry divine, carry everything, carry blessing inside of us. You see, everything inside of me. Where? And now I tell you, it's the central channel in the essence meridian. That's why when you do meditate, sometimes, you say the white light. That means your qi meridian being active or be fixed, the fixed, open. When you see, I see red light or red and pink, what is your blood meridian being active? But you see, the blue color means the healing energy. When you see the purple, what's the purple? The three colors together. If you know how I'm painting, you're painting the white, red, blue together, it's purple. That means your whole meridian rising and become more oneness, more harmonious, no separate. Does it make sense? Really make sense? Anything we are missing, we don't want missing, this is very important. That's why. Why? So, 没有丢掉什么东西吧? Yeah, and also, so because of the human, the duality, consciousness, you can do what? You can do, okay, I can do this. I can to control my step. I control my voice. I control the car. I control the computer. I control the cell phone. This is called
Voluntary function.
Right? Is the right word? Yeah. But many involuntary function, the human duality cannot control. Let's say the blood pressure, the hormone, and immune system, heart beating. There are so many things we cannot control. The human duality cannot control. They only can control very small percentage. The most what is it? 非随意肌?
Involuntary function.
Yeah. Who's going to take care of those big system? Who?
Subconscious and superconsciousness.
Yeah. Does it make sense? This part is very difficult, especially for me, to use my limited English to share with you the very big, huge message here, very deep, very profound. So many details we try to use very limited time to give clearly explanation. No question this part? We have notes. We're very serious because we talk to the yeah. Death. Talk about death. So, when we have sick, because by human, busy, too much work, so too many drama, worry, angry. Yeah, these are the drama player there. They are actors. They can play any kind. Later angry, later happy, upset, whatever they do. So busy their whole life. And unintentionally hurting themselves. They hurt themselves. They got in some kind of 就是一些零件坏了，怎么说
Parts that broke.
？Yes, yeah. So let's say about death. Sooner or later, everybody, no matter who you are, we have to die. That's everybody. We have same door. Yeah, but there are two questions. What is death? Of course, for my tradition, I really believe, truly, 1,000 times I believe reincarnation. There's one story I want to share with you, a really true story. Back to 15 years ago, that time I only spoken 200 English words, okay? There's one musician, his background is Russian musician. He's like a PhD musician. I don't want to mention his name. Maybe somebody know him. So they didn't come here, but it's a true story. He came to me. He said, you know what? I'm so confused about my health. Since I was birth, everything happened with my throat, with my neck. Since he was a baby, everything happened, his neck, his throat. He said, my family, my mother said, my father said, all healthy. No one had that kind of sick. I went to so many doctors, they cannot find why. So you check everything, no problem, everything normal. But I had to go to his PhD, he should become the teacher, professor. He cannot teach. But every time he comes to the stage, if the thing happened, he cannot breathing like this. Otherwise, he cannot work. For him, it's very suffering. He said, I'm so suffering about this. Can you tell me what happened with me? So we had dinner in the Italian restaurant. The light was dark, and watching him, you do yoga, you really know how to open your inner eye. You will see more. You can see more dimension. I see something in his neck. I say, hey, did you never met your grandfather? He said, why you tell me about this? So my grandfather passed away when my father was 5. That means he has no able to meet his grandfather. He said, my grandfather was Jewish killed by the Nazis. Yeah, they killed by the hanging him. Yeah, he said, well, our family, we don't want to mention about him. It's so suffering, so painful. We don't mention him. Why you ask me this? I said, you go back, you ask your mom. When your mom had pregnant with you, that she had any dream about your grandfather. Very weird, right? Very superstitious, right? But I did it. And when she back to home, she called me in the midnight almost with her voice so nervous. You know what? I asked my mom. My mom said, why you ask me this? I said, I just want to ask you, do you have any dream about my grandma? My mother said, yes. When I very beginning pregnant with you, I dreamed your grandfather knocked the door, said, hey, open the door, come back home. First dream. Second dream, when his mother, before deliver with him, she dreamed the grandfather sitting on her belly, said, he's so warm, so comfortable. to dream. And his mother never talked to anyone because the family told no one can mention the grandfather, so suffering. After he asked me this, I say, I don't want to put his name. I said, do you try to know what's reincarnation? He said, I never know this word. I said, do check what's reincarnation. And he being really scary and very serious after a few days. I say, the means if I'm briefly to think maybe I'm the reincarnation from my grandfather, he said. I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. So after I say you better to do some retreat with, do some deep retreat. After a couple years, he come back and say, he got much better. He can go into the stage to teach. He can have normal work. This story, I know for many of them may feel so weird, but that's what we have to know. We have to know so many things we don't know. That's why we're studying, non-stop study life. So death. About death. Reincarnation is possible. To design your future after the body gone is possible. To design which country you want to live for next life, or you want to become a higher being, or you want to become a woman. You don't want to become. You're tired of being the man body. You tired of become blue eye. You want to go Tibet. Is it possible? Is that possible to design your future? This is really, I think, something very sensitive for many people. But the answer for my tradition, yes. Just like we design, we planned next Friday, fly to New York. Next month, I'm going to China. Next year, I'm going to Tibet. Same thing. That's very, very important for how can overcome the death. Fear. Why we fear? First, we scared. 四大分解,
The dissolves of the 4 elements.
With our body. The earth, the water, wind, the temperature. Yeah. We don't know. We feel, we scared about pain. We scared pain. And we scared 这个没有 nothing. After this, nothing. Everything. Empty. We scared. Every day we rely on different things. We rely on the clothes, car. We live like this. We rely on, we hold something. Suddenly, we don't hold anything. There's nothing there. We're scared. So, the process of death, come back, the 3 meridian. Which meridian die? Which meridian with consciousness die? Physically. Qi, stop breathing, right? Stop breathing. And stop the blood floating. But this is the physical form. But there is something not relying on the physical. It's what? The consciousness. The spirit. Consciousness and spirit never die. You just change the clothes, like the clothes. I'm tired, like the clothes I wear 20 years, I'm tired, I'm going to change new clothes. Next time I choose to become blue eye with golden hair. Or become a handsome boy. I want to become play something in the Hollywood. I have free choice. You have the choice of design. That's why grandma told me, I remember, after she passed away when she was 99. 99, without sick, just went to sleep. She said, I'm sleepy. She went to sleep and then she gone. This is I just remember when she was after 85 sometimes, she started doing practice to 设计 to design her future. Design her future. What's the future for after 80, going to 90 years old? A lady to design her future, to design her life after life. We can do it. If you really truly believe, the consciousness, the spirit never die. The death close the system of judgment, of busy, of responsibility. Just close the kind of system. Human mission, human. But they open the other system. What? They open new system about you redesign our new life. Also, the death close a system of memory. Here, so many memory. So many memory. Some memory come to the Qi Meridian with the blood. You know what? They put the memory in the garage. The garage, the memory not become antique, but become some kind of burden. Become some kind of burden, some kind of heavy, some kind of thing carried there. You know? They close that kind of system. There's no memory. Everything new, everything fresh. And open a new vision. See the world fresh, the new life. So many people, they can remember their past, or they can see in their future. If they don't happy about their future, they can redesign. Now I'm going to 70. My self-practice, I tell you some secrets. When after my 70th birthday, I will put my photo to my altar, and I design my next life after life. And every day I bow to myself. Please go there, go there, go there. That means we are not careless about the present. We are more. After you do that, you see everything is impermanent. You're more valuable the present. You have more fun, more tasty. Everything for you is tasty. You know what? Because you all have your future there. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. You just being good with every moment, every present, every person go through you. Every food come to you. Every smiling. Every word, every day, sunny, raining, windy, raining, no snow. Every day, you just be in the present. No worry. With time coming, also you design your date. We did after the 3-4 years. My beloved, some dear friend, my Dharma friend, they passed away. I went to Taiwan, went to China, different the hospital. Stay with them, 3 weeks. I say let's have the date. After the doctor check, after everything, the proof, yeah, she's going to go to the next journey. And then we say, let's have the date. I said, how about the full moon? She said, okay, we count from today. That full moon have 5 days. I said, okay, during the 5 days, what do you want to do? For example, one of my beloved, she's also my Dharma sister, my Dharma friend. Really, I'm really, okay. Really love her. She has some kind of cancer. So she in Taiwan hospital, went her, and her family all come to the hospital, say something very very words. She say, "Oh, you're no problem. You will be good. Okay." Blah blah something. She's so weak, but she's still very 很有礼貌的。Very polite, say, "Oh, can you have tea? Can you have some food? Are you cold?" But she's like a person, very, very loving, motherly loving. I say, "Stop, do it. Very soon, they are not your relatives anymore. Stop, do it. To concentrate yourself, concentrate your Vajra breathing, because you dying the process, the wind, the Vajra wind, the Qi meridian. How do you reach to your future, your design? You have to practice, not only idea. I say, concentrate your future. Those people, no matter your son, your daughter, your sister, no longer become your relatives. Okay? Think yourself, concentrate yourself, your future. So she's a very good practitioner. She do breathing and concentrate some, I tell her some very, very, very unique practice. And the full moon, we say, what time you think? This is a night. The night, the moon is rising time, right? 9 p.m. Okay, and that night she totally gone is 8:45. Earlier 15 minutes. Yeah. Very peaceful, no pain. You also, who's in charge with the pain is
involuntary function.
就是那个随意肌啊，随意肌。
Voluntary function.
Yeah, the voluntary function can feel the pain, but the involuntary function don't feel the pain. Pain's still there, but they don't feel. That's you do yoga practice. You far away from the pain would bother you. That's why many times, okay, like say people always ask me why you don't feel something, no feeling. Like for example, some cut finger, right? Yeah, no feeling. Still blood there, still cutting there, but your you weaken your involuntary
function.
Yeah, still there. You still pay attention to heal him, to heal it, but you don't involve with the pain. Is it make sense? I don't know. It's really you're all scientists. You have to really learn. I don't know. Is it make sense? Okay. So the time is fly. Helen, is okay? Make sense? Okay. So now I'm going to use let's say yoga voice, not yoga voice, yoga chant, to give everybody a I don't want to say blessing. Let's say showing my love and my hope. You carry the hope. You are great learner. You carry the future. You carry so many people's life. So I want to use. Since I was little, grandma taught me some kind of traditional chanting for you. After that, we can have some question. Okay. Times fly. I want you sitting relax. Yeah, and your hand. Yeah. You can receive the qi. Now the chant good for your qi meridian. Go through qi meridian to our blood meridian and essence meridian. 字儿哇啦呢，哦，半字儿哇如恰那呢，哦，拍拍拍，萨拉布达，啊啊，大天呢，梭哈。I hope the song can make our relax, more relax, everything easy, and do your mission. So now there are some questions.
She had a question.
Ah,
Just a microphone.
yeah, we have 10 minutes.
A few minutes, 3 minutes.
Oh yes, hello.
I'll take it later.
Can I ask you what future life are you designing for yourself?
I said,
you.
after the 70th birthday party, you will know. Soon. Trust me, I will in person talk to you.
Yes.
You also, you know what, this is a traditional way. You are very secret, you have to keep secret. You only tell somebody you have a strong affinity. This is the Tibetan way. We've been taught to say, you're not going to a big mouth talk to everybody. Okay, you have to very, very respect. I will let you know. I promise to Guan Yin, after 70
You tell
birthday,
the Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin tells me.
that's good. That's good.
Okay, so how would you deal? Can you show us some techniques to deal with pain and suffering before dying? How to calm the patients, help them be more peaceful?
I only can tell something from my own experience. For example, my dearest friend in Taiwan, you know, 她是胰腺癌怎么说？胰腺癌 how to say
Some cancer.
the most pain
Some cancer.
胰腺癌
Pancreatic cancer?
Yeah.
Pancreatic cancer.
You know, that one is the most painful one, right? Most painful one. He was so painful, and when we had the workshop in Wutaishan is Manchu Sri Bodhisattva's holy mountain. After the workshop, we immediately flew to Taiwan, stay with her. She said, teacher, I can't handle it. So pain. I have no idea. So pain. And I will stay with her all night long. This is right. We do some very special breathing. You see, normally we do yoga breathing like a. And I ask her, you do breathing, you hold this to the pain area, like 3 times. You hold the pain area and then release. Release. Because she has the foundation to do breathing. That's why we have to do practice as soon as possible, as early as we can. So hold it. And then release. This is one. Breathing and move. Breathing to help her. The other way is chant. Chanting the song. The song to waken her. 这个就是肺水一级。 Yeah, that's very difficult word. It's so long. Volunteer function to close her, to make her 那个随意肌，让她的随意肌麻木。怎么说？我随意肌。Yeah. You're weakening the something. Okay. So long the word. Okay. So the chant. I cannot showing you that because each person is moment is different. You have to, like for example, you have to watching her. You have to know that moment what kind of sound with vibration good for her. But each person is unique. For example, same people had the same 就是胰腺癌。Yeah, you're going to see her different time. We say the 这个叫什么？这叫 that aura 不是 aura， 是那个 time. The time has energy. Different time with different sun, moon. I don't know how to say this. Like a 磁场。Yeah. It's different. That's why we do yoga. We have to be inner eye open, ear listening. What's this moment for this person do right thing? We cannot do same thing for everybody. But everybody emotional, everything is unique, different. So that moment, we spent almost 3 weeks. The first 1 week to release her, pain, emotion, something. It works. And she said, oh, no, I feel I can walk. But doctor said, you cannot. I say, I can. 就是那个非随意肌的那个对疼 involuntary, yeah. So, take breathing, some kind of sound, and to weakening, very important, the patient himself must to have truly believe before they already practice to build a foundation. If they don't have foundation, you have to spend a lot of time to tell them, it's a little bit difficult. That's why if we really love ourselves, if we really has responsibility to ourselves, we have to practice as early as we can. Very easy, very easy. Another, for example, I see your question. One of my student's father, she passed away the end of last year. She got a lung cancer. For him whole life, he only in love with money. No one, only the money. But for traditional ways, if his family, somebody being enlightened, the person can get help. That means his daughter, high consciousness. His daughter take care of him every day. And while being there, his daughter said, teacher, it's the right time to tell him the truth of death. Because all family told him, you will be good, no problem. You will be recovering soon. They spend a lot of money, use all kind of medicine, doesn't work. His daughter said, teacher, it's time to tell him. I said, okay, I will do it. But how can I do it? All family there. All family want, I say something, good luck. Say, you have long life. Well, but I don't say long life, Chen Mao, but long life, you okay, you no problem. But I cannot see I can see lie. I holding his hands. I say, I want to tell you a story. What story? Tell something about reincarnation, some story. I hold his hands. And eventually, he used his hands. That means, I got it. I receive it. And he became very peaceful, very letting go, very surrender. Before he passed away 3 days, he called his family saying, okay, I don't want to listen any lie word. Okay, now I'm telling you, okay, I'm going to die very soon. This is my 遗嘱啊. Well, yeah, A, B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. Very peaceful, very clear, very, very peaceful, very surrender. His whole family feel, wow, shocked. Suddenly he become another kind of person. He never mentioned about money anymore. But become very, very the kind of person. Something just say we have to know the uniqueness. We have to know the popular, the technique, also the uniqueness. Different person has different karma. We have to dealing with that. Thank you, Helen.
May I have a question?
Yes, please.
So you said we have a subconscious and a superconscious. I'm wondering how we read the subconscious and the superconscious. Can we?
怎么样阅读是吧？
Just how do you know what's inside of the
Yeah, good
subconscious?
question. First, you have to, because the guy, calm down. You're too busy, overdoing.
You mean be quiet or?
Quiet is the one word. I want to see samadhi. Samadhi, okay. Quiet is quiet. Quiet is that doesn't mean lazy.
Okay.
This part is quiet, but this part more active. Never say, oh, we're lazy, do nothing. So see the spiritual person, they do nothing. They have no ability to make life. You know what? They don't know how to balance. If this part, being listening, humbly, change the position, no boss anymore. Okay, no bossy. Who's the boss? True belief, the essence of Meridian is the boss. The blood Meridian is the wise president. And the human concept is the what?
Disciple,
Disciple.
student.
Yes, still student. They have to change the position. I know for many people it's difficult. They don't know what is this. If you can give it a try a little bit. First become quiet, everything slow down, no rush, no hurry, and listen. You give you time, space to listen. Some kind of intuition come out. Intuition is very important from the subconsciousness. The big idea, big guidance come from subconsciousness and the essence really together. He has ancestor, has so many experience, good experience. Does it make sense? Make sense with you? Meditate.
I was just wondering, for when you do practice like being quiet and things like that, is that something that can help with fatigue and rejuvenation, motivation? I guess I'm wondering about for myself, but also family members that are very ill. Is the quiet what gives them the strength and energy, or where does that come from, or how can you help somebody find that? Does that make sense? Yeah.
Okay, let's put everything Miao talked about today together. Miao mentioned that we have the ability to design the future. We have the ability to turn our voluntary function, turn our involuntary function into voluntary function. How can we make it? I believe that's your question, right? By practice. That's our teachings. That's our teachings. Our teachings, besides the theory we talked about today, we have a lot of practical practice. Like what you can do when you do the breathing. Okay, let's just make a little bit more details. We call our breathing method yoga of joy breathing. It's different from the normal breathing. We have 5 elements incorporated with that breathing. First of all, the breathing goes through the 7 chakras, goes through the central channels. That's the first one, because normally our breath only go to our lung, right? It's not go through, right? That's the first element. Second, you breathe in with your mouth closed. You breathe out with your mouth open. So that's energy exchange. Also, when you breathe in, the energy goes into your belly, until the root chakra. So you can say your belly was going out, which is contrary to our normal breathing, right? And when you breathe out, your belly goes in. So let the energy, let illness from your body, inside the body get out completely. Also, between every breathing in and breathing out, there's a pause. That's a way we build up the energy power. Okay, so basically we have our very basic yoga of joy breathing, which very particular. You have to learn, practice, which will enhance the harmonious between the three meridians, and eventually it will help you to make the subconsciousness and the superconsciousness come out more active, and help you to turn the involuntary function into voluntary function, okay, and help you to design your future.
Is there time, Helen? Because I know there's. Yeah? Okay. I know there's a. Oh.
I like the idea you put down. What's the practical use of yoga of a joy? Because I'm trying to comprehend that the practical daily use that when we practice that, and then the second part of the question that is this what is this one in Chinese? It's called qigong. Is it considered as a part of the practice of qigong?
No, it's not the same. Qigong is more include.
Okay, because I hear that in China that some people they thought they know how to do qigong, but they are not under the guidance of master, so they go crazy. I just hear the story.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this is true
You know
or
what?
not.
Because the qigong, the importance of qigong, the function to make the qi meridian more active. When they just make it too much active, they become crazy. Because the human consciousness, so much, I can say, like under lose control.
Out of
So,
control.
I think I know someone practice the Kundalini. If they don't know the key, they do the wrong way. They also make them so over 就是不是就是太兴奋怎么说
So,
excited you have to that's why you have to one you opening become more active. You have to by the healthy way go to the right direction. That's why that's a good question because the qi too much.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yes.
they become crazy. They cannot under control. They have to what? Then at the same time, blood meridian, ice meridian, watching here. We are here. We protect you. You cannot go anywhere. You cannot go too crazy. That's how can balance. So can you do some a little bit practice?
So you went and do some breathing.
This.
Yeah. So can everybody put their feet on the ground and? Okay. Okay. So we'll just do a little practice, just so that you can feel. I mean, don't overthink this, So go ahead and take your thumb to the base of your ring finger. Okay. And now close that, and you have your index finger really strong and clear.
Like a acupuncture. This is like some kind of acupuncture point. Good for the heart.
Yeah, and make sure that the finger's nice and strong. It's not like here half-mast. It's really direct and clear because all of this is about focus, intention, and being clear, right? So now just go ahead and be drawing up your body. You're sitting, so pretend I'm sitting with you too, and you're doing a little pressure like you're doing acupressure, and drawing up right onto the nipple, literally on your nipple because you're working with the meridian system here, and then flapping to your kidneys, and you exhale from your mouth. But this, you see how this is staying connected? You have to practice. So it's just practice this much alone. And exhale at the same time. It's kind of like this.
Yeah,
in the
this
beginning,
part
learning.
carry our emotion. You have to always release the emotion.
Clearing here, like we're working with the kidney also. See? And then let this be quiet and just feel what's happening. Okay, and then try it again. Inhale. And then exhaling. really letting it out and relaxing your body at the same time. You're not holding it like intense and letting it go. Okay? Try the other side. Just relax. That's very important and key. Even though some things that are intense, there's still relaxation inside of that intensity. Okay, so inhaling. And relax your shoulder, because some people will end up like here, right? So just everything is relaxed, and then exhaling. Okay? Yeah, and how did your finger, what happened with your finger? Did it close? You want to keep it clear. Try again, yeah, just relax.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Fun practice.
Exhaling. Yeah, right onto your nipple, yeah, because of the meridian
Points.
system. There's points,
Yeah,
acupressure
points,
points, acupuncture points.
Especially for
Meridian points.
for female to deny from some kind of cancer. Yeah, yeah, it's like acupuncture.
That's just one example, because the whole process of Yoga of Joy is direct experience. And when Miao was speaking about the energy, the energetic, with people who have a kundalini that awakens too fast, or they have some experience like that and they become imbalanced, this practice is about build the container first that you can hold that amount of energy safely and intelligently with wisdom. It's not about let's blow the circuit boards and go as fast as we can. You have to build the container to hold more energy. And that's fundamental. That's built into the whole practice of Yoga of Joy. That's why she said it's safe. It's not because there's a process. It's not an overnight thing. It's a process.
In Asia, sometimes we're workshop of 500 people. Some 500. This year, they say they're going to open like for 1,000 people workshop. So if anyone has any kind of problem, we don't like it. That's why the Yoga of Joy is very safe. Never, during the 20 years, we go everywhere, Yoga of Joy for everybody. Different person, different 就是他的那个 benefit, but no one getting hurt until now. So it's that Qigong, including Qigong and Kundalini, like a combination, a bigger combination together. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.